And as always, I have placed a link in the description down below if you want to acquire one of these B5 Pro dashcam mirrors for yourself. But what makes the B5 Pro special? Well, this LCD mirror dashcam is one of the few, if not the only, direct fit mirror dashcams in the market, and I will show you what direct fit means. So first, I'll show you what you get when you purchase one of these mirror dashcams, then I'll take it out to the car so I can show you the features, and then finally we'll take a look at some actual driving footage both at day and at night to see how well it actually performs. And here's the star of the show, the LCD dashcam mirror itself. Now, behind this mirror, there's an LCD panel, and you can kind of sort of see it in there. So when the LCD is off, this can be used as a regular mirror, but when the LCD panel's on, this becomes a screen. Now, I said that this is a direct mount mirror, and that's what makes it different from other dashcam mirrors in the market. What does that mean? Well, look at the back. The back has a regular mount like a standard mirror does. So for us to install this, I'll have to remove my original mirror completely, slide that off, and then slide this one into the original bracket. And that eliminates the need for any of the straps. Normal dashcam mirrors use this strap mechanism, and you have to strap a mirror on top of another mirror. So this eliminates that, giving you a very clean look, probably the closest look to a factory mirror that I have seen yet. But you may be wondering about the brackets right here. Well, will it fit the car or not? Well, they include a couple of different adapters. If you have a Volkswagen or Audi, this is gonna be the adapter that it's gonna be needed. If you have a Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep, and some Volvos, those use this adapter right here. And finally, Subaru and Honda use this adapter right here. But a lot of cars won't need an adapter, like mine is a Toyota. On a Toyota, all I have to do is turn the screw and then slide my original mirror off, and then slide this mirror on and tighten the screw. Now, if I do wanna install this anywhere else where I don't have a mount, they included a mirror mount. So this is a mirror mount identical to the one that's found in the Toyota. And if I stick this onto the windshield with windshield appropriate glue, which I'll put a link in the description down below, I can install this mirror onto it. So this could be installed anywhere because of this little blank that they included and because of these adapters that they included. There's a single cable that comes out from the back, so you don't have multiple cables that stick out to the top. Also notice that we can tilt the mirror up and down and side to side just like a normal mirror because of the way that this bracket is designed. Look at this, there's a hidden little panel right here, and I had to use this little pry bar to open it. And look at this, I love this idea. This is where the memory card goes. So not only after I put a memory card in here and I close the panel, not only does it look super clean and stealthy, it also hides it. And why is that beneficial? Well, imagine if I took my car to the dealer or the valet and they did something crazy and they think or they know that these dash cams can record. They're gonna be looking to where is the memory card so I can take it out. By hiding it right here, how are they gonna find the memory card? You won't be able to find the memory card. I also think maybe of an encounter with maybe any potential agency that you may talk to and they might want to take your memory card. If it's hidden, they can take the evidence with you, so I like that. And in the front, we have a high definition camera that can be aimed up and down, left and right, in any possible direction, just to get us to be able to have the best possible view of the road. And here's the rear camera, which is waterproof, so it could be mounted outside of the car or inside of the car, behind the windshield of the car. Now, the camera does have this little bracket that allows it to tilt up or down, again, just so we can aim the camera and get the best possible view. Now, to install this little camera, I have two options. I can use the little included screws right here and install those, drill them into my car, but I'm not a fan of doing that. Or I can use the double-sided tape, which is my favorite approach. I simply peel the sticky back and then stick this to the location of my car. And this mirror does support GPS, so here's the GPS module, again with a nice enough cord length for us to be able to put that anywhere on the dash. And it does have double-sided tape, which I can peel and then stick this anywhere in my car so it's not rattling around. And to power up the dashcam, they gave us a hardwired kit. So this dashcam is gonna connect directly to our fuse box and will not tie up our cigarette lighter adapter plug like most mirror dashcams. This is a great idea. I like that they include this in the kit, and this is what it's gonna be using to connect to the fuse box. It's gonna use fuse steps. Now there is a whole video I have made on fuse steps. I put a link in the description down below. If you're interested in how to hardwire a dash cam and how this fuse step kit works, make sure you take a look at that video down below where I cover that in a lot more detail. And let me just show you how clean the installation looks. There's only that single cable that's coming from the back of the mirror. This is mounted directly to the same mount as the original mount. And here's the Auto-Vox B5 Pro mirror dashcam. Now as you can see, the dashcam is going to turn on automatically every time I turn on the car. And we are shown the time and the date here and the rear view of the car. But what if I wanted to see the front view? I can tap the screen and I can switch views by pressing here. So now this is a split view. We have the rear of the car and the front of the car. Now this view is great for adjusting the cameras to make sure I get the right angles. Now if I tap that switch view again, now we are presented with the front camera. Well, notice how wide the view actually is. If I drag my finger up or down, I can see the entirety of the screen. Now the entire image is being recorded. This only changes what you are shown in this size screen. But what about playing back the videos we previously recorded? Well, if I hit the play button right here, I can see all the files that I have previously recorded. So if I click on those, I can see it. And that is the file that we are just recording right now. So that's convenient that we can see those files and play them directly on this dashcam, or we can take the memory card out to our computer and download them that way. But let me show you the other options. Now you have a little microphone right here. This dashcam is recording audio all the time. But if you wanted to have that secret conversation, you can temporarily turn the audio off and no audio is being recorded, only video. Now also, what about if we see something neat on the road? Maybe we see a cool car or something that catches our attention. We don't necessarily need a video of it, but I would like to take a picture of it. So I click the picture icon. And you can see that shutter sound. It has taken and saved a screenshot. So that is pretty cool. But also notice this. If I tap and hold on the screen, it's gonna change to a different view. Now this view is something I've never seen, but I really like because it shows the miles per hour and it has a compass so it can show me and guide me the way. And also the lines actually move when you start driving, so it makes the car look futuristic. Now if I hold the screen again, the screen is gonna turn off entirely. Now the dashcam is still recording. What has turned off is just the LCD panel. Now this is convenient if you wanted to record in a stealthy way. You'll also notice that we know we are recording because there's a little red dot right here, and that means that we are recording. But what if you wanted to go somewhere and you didn't want to have video or evidence that you went there? You can temporarily stop the recording by pressing the center button. And notice we are no longer recording. This is now just working as a display. But let's look at the actual settings and options that this dashcam has. In the very first menu, we have first off resolution. This dashcam does support high definition video, but you can lower the resolution if you wanted to, if for some reason you wanted to fit more in your memory card. Now if I scroll down, you'll see that it says parking monitoring. Remember, this mirror was hardwired to the car, so it can monitor our car when it's parked, and if somebody were to bump on it, there will be a record of it. And you can set here whether you want that function off or how sensitive it is to somebody bumping on it. Now if we go to the general settings, you can see first off we have this beep, and I always turn that off, otherwise you get this annoying beep. I never like that on dashcams. I always turn that off. And we can also change how long it takes before the screen turns off. Now the dashcam continues to record, but if we want it to be really stealthy, we can select for that to be off in 1 minute or in 3 minutes, or if you want to have it on like me all the time, you can select off. Now the protect level, this dashcam has what we call a G sensor, which means it's gonna sense when your car gets jolted or hit by another car and automatically lock that event, that video, so it never gets deleted easily. And you can set how sensitive the dashcam is to detecting those. If I set this too high And if you live in a place like me where there's a lot of potholes, it's gonna trigger a lot of false alerts, and I'm gonna have a lot of false crashes that never really happen. So I have it set at low, and so far this has worked out very well for me. Also, let's scroll down this menu. You can see that we can also change whether we want miles per hour or kilometers per hour if you're outside of the United States. Now, this dashcam does get the time and date from the GPS if you wanted to. If you wanted to set the time manually, you could turn that function off and you can change the date and time to whatever you want it to be. And talking about the memory SD card that's on this mirror is advertised as only supporting up to 64 gigabytes in memory card size. However, I loaded a 128 memory card in here and it's working fine. So if you guys end up ordering this mirror and you put something larger than 128, let me know in the comments below if it supports more than that. But here's another really cool feature that this mirror has that I have not seen on other dashcam mirrors, and that is the brightness adjustment. It is fully automatic. There is some kind of sensor hidden in here somewhere that tells this dashcam when it's dark to dim the screen, and when it's bright to make the screen brighter so we can see it. Kind of like your iPhones or Android phones. It's really cool. I wish more manufacturers would include an automatic brightness adjustment. But what if I wanted to override that? I can click that and notice that I can set a custom brightness, whatever brightness I want. But I have found so far that the automatic adjustment on this mirror is pretty much spot on, so I just leave it on automatic all the time. Also, check this out. The time and date, if I tap that, I can make it disappear. That doesn't seem like a big deal, but I've never seen that option on mirror dash cams, and look how clean the view is. I don't want to have a bunch of icons, and sometimes I might not even want to have the date display. So I love that they gave us the ability to turn that off by just tapping the screen. And this mirror supports reverse guidelines. Now, this is something that is available on other mirror dash cams, but you usually have to connect an extra wire to the back of the car, and it makes the installation more complex. In here, they do have that wire. However, they give us the option of turning it on manually without having to connect that wire. And I love this. I've been telling dashcam manufacturers that we want to be able to turn it on manually from the screen without having to connect that extra wire, and they have done it on this particular model. And not only that, the guidelines are fully adjustable. This is very rare. I think I only seen this once in a blue moon. Look at this. If I click and hold, I can drag and make those guidelines different. Now, why would I want to change them? Well, your car may be different than mine, and if it's different than mine, you can adjust the guidelines so they better reflect how far you are away from objects. And to make the guidelines go away, I simply swipe the screen one more time and they are gone. It doesn't get easier than that. But now let's move on to some actual test drive footage. So overall, this is a very impressive mirror. It addresses some of the gripes that I have with other mirror dashcams. I love how they hidden the memory card under that secret compartment or lid. And I also really like the automatic brightness adjustment. And third, the guidelines, being able to bring up the reversing guidelines manually as opposed to connecting an extra wire. That is a really cool feature. I've been looking for that feature forever and I have not found it until now. And if you guys have any questions regarding the Autovox B5 Pro mirror dashcam, please put that in the comments down below. Remember, I also placed a link down in the description if you want to look at this dashcam further and acquire one for yourself. And if you found any part of this video helpful, please hit the thumbs up button to support the channel, guys. And remember, I have a lot more videos coming up of gadgets and other cool reviews of things for your car. So if those are the kind of things you want, that you like, make sure you subscribe to see more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.